All right, everybody, welcome back. We got Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, Episode 7. I'm very excited for this one, guys, because this one is a banger. This is where you kind of get to see and learn a little bit more about domain expansions. I don't know if you remember kind of what that is.
Yeah.
But you get to learn a little bit more. But then also, this is kind of like your first, I think, legitimate time where you get to see Gojo in action. So I'm excited for this episode. This episode's sweet, like I said, because I'm a Gojo fan, so I love this episode here. But there was something I was going to ask you, and I don't remember what it was. I can't remember now. But all right, I'll remember later down in the episode. Any comments before we start the episode?
No, I'm excited to see some action.
Sweet. All right, let's get into this, guys. Real quick before we jump in, if you want to see these reactions early and completely uncut, they are currently all available on Patreon. All you got to do is go to the description down below, click on that link, and you can join us over on Patreon. If you want to continue to support the channel so that we can continue to do this. With all that being said, let's see what this episode's got in store for us.
We have some time before your appointment with the principal. Do you want to stop anywhere?
No, thanks. I'll surprise him and show up early for a change. Stop here.
Huh? Right here?
You go on ahead.
Is this a test or something?
All right. I see. Who are you then?
That was a whole lot easier than I expected it was gonna be.
So then, just who are you calling easy?
What a pain in the ass.
I'm starting to enjoy this.
Nick already said too, like, that right now this cursed spirit's probably stronger than Sukune is.
Yeah.
So you think this'll be fun, do you? No sense of danger? Not at all. Ember insects!
Well, if you're aiming this attack at me, then you're right. I'm not feeling any danger. Well, what if this hits me? Sound? A two-stage attack of sound and explosions. That's not bad.
And there's more! That's all it took? The truth as only death can reveal it.
We just went over this a minute ago. Are you a slow learner? This smoke is so irritating.
What's going on here?
Didn't the other guy tell him?
You miss me.
Then you tell him what?
Didn't the other guy at the diner tell him that he'd be better off just trying to trap him instead of trying to kill him? So he already gave him a heads up that, like, he wouldn't have been easy to... Or I guess he didn't think he could kill Gojo.
Yeah, pretty much. But like I said, because of the fact that he also basically gave him this whole thing of like, well, you know, I'd say you're probably about 8 or 9 fingers strong as Sukuna. You know, right now you don't know how Gojo compares to that. So it's like in his head, it's like there's very, very rare things on this planet right now that are even near that amount of strength. So it's like, to put it into words, like he alone is like, he is very, very strong. This curse is. So, but also that what Gojo just said, I don't know if you caught that. That kind of gives a little context as to why what you're about to learn about Gojo as to why he is so strong. And he says it right there where he says,
so irritating.
Right after this.
What's going on here?
In simple terms, you miss me.
Impossible. I felt the contact just now. I touched you, and not only that, I killed you.
No, what you actually touched was the infinity existing between you and me. Here, I'll show you. Put your hand out. Oh, come on. Come on, come on.
I don't sense hostility or trickery. Guess I'll see what it's about.
See?
I can't touch him. I can stop just short of him. Is this infinity?
Not exactly stopped. But the closer you get, the slower you go. So, what now? We could just hold hands if you like?
I refuse.
Oh my god.
Don't be shy now. You're making me feel self-conscious too.
You bastard! So fast. I don't get it. It's not just a blow that's strengthened with cursed energy. So what is it? I must know!
There's still more! Infinity exists everywhere. I just use my jujutsu to bring it forward into reality. Convergence, divergence. Curse technique reversal. Red.
Forgot how good the soundtrack was.
Sheesh.
Well, that's that.
Wait. Where'd he go?
Sorry about that.
Hey, what's going on here? Where in the hell are we? How did I get here?
Sorry.
I don't get it. What is this place? Hey!
What the hell? Sukuna's vessel.
To observe, I've brought Yuji Itadori.
Mount Fuji! His head's Mount Fuji!
You know what this is, right?
Lord of the Rings. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. He learned surprisingly quickly.
So real quick, just to put that into perspective, he literally was in the middle of this fight, disappears as Jogo's thinking to himself about the conversation he had.
Mm-hmm.
While all that was going on, that Gojo literally is going to Yuji having that conversation.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's crazy.
I was also sitting there thinking, as soon as I saw him like pop back up with Yuji, I was like, is he going to test him right here just to see what Sukuna's up to see if Sukuna will come back out? I don't know.
So kind of, I mean, technically Sukuna can't come back out because he made that pact with Yuji, unless he chants those words, or
Sukuna has to chant the words, not.
Yeah, but even if he does, remember, he can't harm anyone or kill anyone.
Yeah.
So, but Gojo was saying is the whole reason he brought Yuji here is because he wanted to teach him what the pinnacle of Jujutsu is about, which is domain expansion.
I was listening to that, but I was like,
yeah. So,
sus.
but then before I guess we continue, since we're already paused, did you understand what Gojo was saying as to why he took 0 damage while Jogo was trying to fight him?
What did he call it? Infinity?
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, that is one of Gojo's jujutsu techniques is he has infinity, which, like he said, essentially you can't touch him unless he lets you touch him because he controls the infinity around him. And so you can't actually physically touch him, which means none of your attacks are actually hitting.
Which is, I imagine, why he's so powerful, because he said that there's infinity everywhere.
Yep. And then he showed you his other one, which was the curse technique reversal red, which was him shooting that ginormous bomb off, where I guess it was this little red ball that he shot and it did all that damage. And that was another one of his jujutsu's techniques.
What the hell's this? How come I'm not sinking? What's going on here?
Oh, I warped us.
He's not gonna explain it.
Sukuna's vessel. So he really is alive. What'd you bring the kid for? A shield?
A shield? No, I already explained this. He's just here to watch. You see, I'm in the midst of teaching him a lot of things. So, forget about him and let's just fight.
Having him tag along with you isn't gonna slow you down? It makes you look like an idiot.
Oh no, it'll all be fine. I mean, really. You're kind of weak.
Damn.
How dare you insult me like that, you insolent ass! I'm going to enjoy tearing off that smug face of yours!
This guy is weak?
Domain expansion!
What is this? Damn!
Coffin of the Iron Mountain.
Gojo's just chilling.
What is this? Damn!
This is domain expansion. The innate domain is made with cursed energy. Then you imbue it with a cursed technique.
Most sorcerers would have been burned to ash the moment they entered my domain.
The techniques imbued in the domain are always sure to hit within that domain. That is guaranteed.
Guaranteed?
That's correct! The most effective way to deal with a domain is to lay out your own domain. When two domains are laid out at the same time,
You're gonna finally see his
a
eyes.
refined one will dominate that space. Domain expansion. Infinite void.
Roast cooked.
Yeah, dude. Wait till you hear why or what Infinite Void is.
What just happened? I can't feel anything. No. I can see everything. I can feel everything. But the information is never complete.
This is the inner world of Limitless. Perception, contact, every act in life is repeated infinitely. So for right now, I'm going to let you off the hook with just this.
If you want to save him, then go ahead and save him.
And so is he
Though I
from
don't
the
know.
school?
Do your kind have sentimental emotions?
Could be. He's got to have something to do with school if he doesn't want him to recognize him.
Who sent you? I want a name. Come on, just tell me already.
Like I never did you, you little punk!
What a bad attitude. And you're so compromised.
Damn you!
If you don't tell me, I'll exorcise you, though I will anyway.
Aw, so pretty.
Flowers! It's just a curse, and it's stripping away my will to fight.
Leave me, Gojo! Go after them! I'll be fine! Wait, forget that I lied! I need help!
He got away. He's good at hiding his presence.
Could imagine just going home from your apartment and you run into this guy wearing monk robes like that. So weird.
How's Jogo doing, Gato?
Death's door. Hanami wants to save him, though, so he'll probably be fine.
How irresponsible. And you're the one who egged him on.
Heavens no. I tried to stop him.
Speak of the devil. Jogo, Hanami, glad to see you're okay.
How the hell can you look at me like this and say I'm okay?
You're lucky that you got off so easy.
Let's be cunning. As curses should. And humans should.
All right.
What is that, Frankenstein?
A lot happened right there. No, that is Mojito. I know. I was being a smartass, but still. So you met, now you've kind of got all their names. The only one you didn't meet was the little fish guy in the water.
Yeah.
Yet, but Jogo, Hanami, and then Mojito. So, but yeah, those are the curses. You'll see a little bit of more of Mojito, I feel like, coming up here. So, and understand him a little bit more. So, but my first question that I'm sure that a lot of people are going to want to know, what were your thoughts about Gojo? You finally got to reveal his face. I guess it's just his eyes, but I feel like he almost looks like an entirely different character with his blindfold off than he does with it on.
Yeah, he does.
Because it's almost like when he has it on, his hair just feels like it's like spiked up almost. Then it's like his blindfold comes down and it's got more of like a lay flat kind of a thing. But
he's definitely one of my top favorites.
dude, when I first saw him like that, dude, I was like, yeah, all right, dude. I don't have a ton of like characters that I watch in shows that I'm like, you know what? That's a man crush. But that's a man crush.
That's weird.
Dude.
His eyes were pretty
His
cool,
eyes
though.
were sick, man.
For a minute there, I was like, are we staring still at his eye when the dude was trapped in the
in his domain?
Because it looked still like a
And we'll talk about that
in
a minute too. But I wanted to get your thoughts on that to see kind of what that was. Because like I said, Gojo's kind of like a fan favorite. I feel like a huge chunk of people who like JJK probably have Gojo as the number one. I think I think I told you this a while ago, but he was like the number one ranked anime character in Japan for like a couple of years or something like that.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite characters. I would say him, Yuji, Megami's to be determined, and this might be odd, but Sukuna.
That's not odd at all because, like I think I told you, that's Koda's favorite character. I think is Sukuna. Koda really likes Sukuna, and so, and like I said, Sukuna grew on me when I first watched it. I was like, because I didn't really want to like the villain, so I was always like, I don't know.
You
about this
didn't
guy.
want to like the villain.
Well, I mean, like I will like the villain, but if there's a character better than the villain, which I feel like at this point when I first watched it, to me Gojo was that character. I was like, Gojo to me just matched me more because I was like, he's cocky, but he's like, I like his humor. I like all that stuff.
Dude, that's fake. I feel like every single TV show, every single movie, you always root for the bad guy.
That's not accurate at all.
You always are like, you find some way that the villain is correct in his own way. You did it with Naruto.
Yeah, okay, but that's one show.
And
think
you
about
did
it with
the
Batman.
originals.
Batman. Okay, Batman's my favorite character, but Joker's my favorite villain in all of Batman. And the only reason that I don't like Joker better is because Batman's the best. And that's how I feel about this whole thing, where it's like, the only reason I don't like Sukuna as my favorite character is because I just think Gojo's just better. I just like his whole character idea better than I do Sukuna's. Like, I think Sukuna's badass, and he's grown on me a ton. But it's just like, Gojo is just like, from the very moment I watched him, I was like, I like this character. I can already tell him I like this character. But then when he did the whole blindfold reveal and you got to see his domain expansion, I was like, I'm sold. I'm sold. The way he fights too is just so like cocky. I guess
yeah,
him
effortless.
and Sukuna kind of fight similarly, because when Sukuna fought Megami, it was kind of similar, where he was kind of like hands were in his pocket and it was like very effortless. But I feel like they almost do it differently. Like Sukuna is almost like, in a way, he's like, I don't even know how to. He like disrespectfully eggs you on. He's like, "Yeah, come on, keep trying." Like, you know what I mean? Where it's just, It reminds me of like when you see those kids trying to fight an adult and they're like holding the kid's head and he's swinging at nothing. He can't reach. That's what Sukuna reminds me of. He's just that. But it's like Gojo just reminds me of like, when you know you're just better than everybody else, but it's like you try to have fun at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know that you're better than everyone else, but it's like he just makes it into this huge humor fest, and I love that about it.
Still is odd. I would have assumed that your favorite character would have been Sukuna, because like I said, you always root for the villain.
I like Gojo too, but because I also don't like Gojo is a good guy, but I also I feel like Gojo's morals are more in line with Megumi's than they are Yuji's. And that's, I think, what also I like about Gojo is that it's like...
So he's a good guy, but he's kind of got bad in him.
Yeah. I think it's like he's willing to I don't know, what's the way to put it? I feel like he's kind of got the mindset.
That would make sense, because he said, like, that he wanted to take all the higher-ups out, and...
Exactly. Like that kind of thing, where it's like, in his mind, he was like, I could go kill all these guys right now, and I wouldn't bat an eye. It would not affect me at all. The only reason I don't do that is because I'll only replace him, and then it'll only make me out to be the bad guy, where then I can't affect other sorcerers to then, change the entire culture of this whole thing. So he's going about it playing the long game. But it's like, knowing in his head, though, it reminds me of kind of like Klaus from the originals, where it's like Klaus probably could have went in there, killed a bunch of these people, but it's like he didn't, because he played the political game instead.
Yeah.
And so on. So I like that about Gojo. I like that Gojo's...
So you kind of are rooting for kind of the villain.
No, not at all. I'm a Gojo fan through and through. Gojo's my number one character in this whole show.
Yeah, I won't lie. I like him too.
But before we drag this whole thing out even more, what did you think about his domain expansion? So now you've seen Sukuna's domain expansion, you've seen Gojo's, and now you've seen Jogo's, technically. Because you had, what was Jogo's called? It was like something, I wanted to call it Mountain Ash. Because I'm so used to the Teen Wolf. The grandpa was like, Mountain Ash. But it was something like Silver something of the Mountain Ash or something like that or something. But
it was Mount something, wasn't it?
It was, I don't remember the exact thing, but I thought it was like something Silver Mountain, and then it had Ash in there. But yeah,
I don't know. Gojo's seemed crazy. Like, it seemed like we were inside of his eyeball looking at an eyeball.
Yeah.
But it was almost like space, black hole looking, like, yeah. So that was kind of crazy.
And you kind of understood, like,
the lava place was just weird.
Yeah, the lava place, essentially, it's like, right, it's exactly matches the character itself.
Yeah.
And he said pretty much anytime someone's been pulled into my domain, they're immediately like fried to death because it's so hot in there. But obviously Gojo and them weren't, because he had the limitless, so the heat can't really touch him technically. But did you understand kind of what Gojo's saying, like how his domain expansion works?
Yeah, I think so.
So, so it's infinite void. Basically, it's essentially the way
Will
that
you
I
just like mansplain it to me.
Yeah, I'll mansplain it for you. Thanks for asking. But essentially, all it is it's like, it basically floods your mind with so much information that you physically can't move, because your mind can't process it all. And that's why he was kind of saying, is like, there's so much going through my mind, but at the same time, I can't complete all the thoughts, because there's so much flooding through your mind that physically you literally can't move, because you have that much going through your mind. It's almost like a lifetime worth of thoughts and memories all in your mind at one moment. And it's like, that's essentially what
now I see why you like Gojo.
His ability does. So,
do you want to know what he meant by his domain expansion? Ask me.
Yeah, but hey, do you know what? Surprisingly, you saw Sukuna's, but I don't feel like you got to see Sukuna's at its full potential yet, because Sukuna's domain is my favorite domain in the entire show. And so I don't know if you remember kind of what it was called.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember what it's called, but it was like a temple thing.
Yeah, a malevolent shrine is what it was called. But yeah, I don't feel like it really gave it true justice that that you eventually kind of get to see later on down the line. And so, yeah, his is my favorite. Sukuna is my favorite domain. Gojo's is my second, probably. But, all right. Anyways, with all that being said, guys, we'll catch you in the next one, man. Deuces.